In today's video, I'm gonna go over an in-depth tutorial on how to hire independent contractors for your online business. Be sure to watch the entire video through because we'll be going over everything you need to know about hiring, such as the difference between an employee and a contractor, which platforms you can use to hire, interviewing, as well as setting up your systems. I'll also be taking you guys through one of the platforms and showing you exactly how you can hire step by step. One of the biggest misconceptions that we hear all the time is that you need a lot of money to hire independent contractors, but that's not true, which is why we're going to be going over the entire process of hiring contractors for your business, even if you don't have a big budget. Okay, so first, why hire? Well, to make things simple, you want to hire because it's going to allow you to automate certain tasks within your business and free up your time. We're huge advocates of hiring out as soon as possible for your online business because the faster that you can set up systems, the faster you can grow. So now let's go over the differences between a contractor versus an employee. To start, we have independent contractors, which are basically people who provide a service to a business under a contract. As a business, you are not fully responsible for your independent contractors because they aren't employed by your company. This means that they don't receive the same benefits as they would as an employee, such as health insurance, paid time off, retirement, and things of that nature. You also aren't required to withhold their taxes because they're responsible for filing their own self-employment taxes. Now, although you aren't required to withhold their taxes, you are required to give them a 1099 by January 31st if you paid them $600 or more for their services. Now, don't worry because this can be easily done on the platforms that I'll show you, but we'll be diving deeper into that stuff later on when I show you the process of hiring. Now, moving on to employees. Employees are paid an hourly wage or salary in exchange for their loyalty. They also receive the benefits. So as I said before, this is going to include their health insurance, paid time off, retirement, and things of that nature. You'll also need to withhold their taxes and give them a W-2 as an employer. And unlike an independent contractor, an employee is hired for specific work under the employer's directions. Now, moving on to the pros of hiring an independent contractor versus an employee. The main benefit of hiring an independent contractor is that you can save a lot of money. Independent contractors can be found overseas, which have much lower costs compared to hiring in the States. And if you just spend a little bit more on them, you can get specialized experience at a much lower cost compared to training entry-level employees. This means it's much easier to hire and train them because you don't have to go through the entire process of teaching them everything from the start. And it's also cost effective because you don't have to worry about paying for their benefits along with the payroll taxes. Now, when it comes to the pros of hiring an employee, you have the fact that it builds a stronger workplace culture. You're able to have more control on when and how they get their work done, which means that they're much less likely to just come and go. Now, moving on to the hiring process, here's some platforms that you can use to hire independent contractors. You have Upwork, Fiverr, onlinejobs.ph, as well as freelancer.com. Now, when you use these platforms, here's the process of creating job listings. The first thing is the title, and you want to make sure that you're clearly defining what the position is that's being offered. Next is the job description, and you want to be really straightforward, including a bunch of keywords, telling them why they should work for you, writing out all their responsibilities in a really clear manner, as well as what opportunities they have in the business if they stay long term. And if you guys are interested in learning more about how you can create the perfect job description, then you can go ahead and check out the links down below. We'll give you guys some resources that you guys can check out for any templates and examples that you guys can see. Now, once you've posted this job on a platform like Upwork or Fiverr, now we're going to go over the process of how to interview a potential contractor. So here are some questions that you're going to want to ask them. One is you're going to want to find out about their experience in the field and any previous work that they've done in the past. Next is you're going to want to find out about their availability. So what days of the week are they available and what kind of job are they looking for? Are they looking for a part-time job doing 20 hours per week, or are they looking for a full-time job at 40 hours per week? You'll also want to see what they're looking for in a job. So if they're looking to learn about a specific part about the business, then you can see if your business is able to give them that position to teach them. You're also going to want to ask them about their long-term plans. So ask them, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? You can also ask them how fast they can deliver, as well as their rates at the end. And while you're interviewing, here are some things that you should look for when you're asking these questions. One is you're going to want to make sure that their previous work is what you're looking for. Now, if they can't provide you with any previous work, then try to get them to do a test sample of whatever it is that you want them to do. And 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes. And if they say no, then you probably wouldn't want them on your team anyways. Number 2 is you're going to want to look for somebody who's long-term and looking for a full-time position that's going to stick around for a while. You don't want to find somebody who's just going to get their foot in the door for 1 or 2 weeks and then bounce. That's obviously just going to waste your time because you're going to have to end up repeating this process over again. Number 3 is already something that we went over, but you should see if they're looking for something specific in this role that you can give them. And the last things that you should focus on is, are they fast at communication and delivering, and are they cost efficient for your business? Okay, so here I am on Upwork, and if you guys click on the link down in the description below, then you'll be taken taken to this landing page right here where you can pretty much find an independent contractor for anything that you need in your business. So right here, you would just click on sign up, and then you would enter in your account information as well as your payment information so that you can pay the independent contractors on here. And don't worry about giving them a 1099 because Upwork is actually going to give them the 1099 form for you automatically. So that's why we highly recommend a platform like Upwork. You know, we use it all the time and it's really good for finding independent contractors for pretty much anything that you need. You can see right here that if you go ahead and click on find talent, you can go ahead and post a job and hire somebody right here. So if I click on this and I just go ahead and click on get started, it's going to go ahead and ask me if I'm a client hiring for a project or if I'm a freelancer looking for work. So in this case, you're a client. So just click on that and then join as a client. And then from here, it's going to ask you to sign up and then create your account. So once you go ahead and create an account, you can just go back to the jobs right here in the top left-hand corner and then click on post a job right here. It'll take you to this page where you can choose to create a short-term job or a long-term work. For this example, I'm just going to go ahead and post a job for a YouTube editor. Normally we're looking for somebody who's long-term, and obviously this depends on the job. So like if you're looking for somebody who's just going to create a logo for you, this is just a one-time thing, then you can just go ahead and click on short-term. But in our example, we're just going to choose long-term work, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. From here, it's going to allow me to write a title for my job post. So it's going to give me some examples down here as well. But for this one, we'll just do pretty simple, just YouTube video editor. From here, we're going to go ahead and be able to choose the job category. So I'm just going to go ahead and select video editing and then click next. From here, it's going to ask me to search up or add 10 skills. So it's going to give me some popular skills as well as some other categories. So I'll just choose some like video editing, Premiere Pro, video production, post editing. And then if I click on some of these, then it's going to give me some more. So let's say I want to go with a gaming video. And if I go down here, then I can also find some other stuff like color grading, dialogue editing, and visual effects. And then next, okay, so now it's going to ask me if it's a medium or large or small task. So it gives you the description right here. So if it's just a small task like creating a logo, then you're going to choose this. If it's like a medium-sized project, choose this. Or if it's like a complex project, then you can go ahead and click this. For this, I'll just keep it at medium, and then I'll go ahead and choose more than 6 months. And then it's going to ask me if I'm looking for entry level, intermediate, or an expert. I'll go ahead and look for intermediate, and then I'll choose next. And then now it's going to ask me for my preferred talent location. So it's going to ask if I want US only or worldwide. I highly recommend going with worldwide just because the US can be kind of expensive sometimes. And then you can also add in some regions or countries that you prefer. So let's say I prefer from the Philippines. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that and then click on next for budget. And for here, you can go ahead and select if you want to pay hourly or per project. So if you want to, let's say, stick to a budget of like $20 per video, $30, $50, then you can go ahead and change that. So let's say I want to, to be $100 per video, right? Then I'll just go ahead and do that. Or I can do hourly rate. It'll give me a average of what to expect from this right here. And from here, I can choose my own. So let's say I want to do from $4 to, let's say, $10 per hour. And then I'll go ahead and click on next. And from here, it's going to go ahead and ask me to describe my job. So right here is the description, as I said before. And right here, you can click on see examples of effective descriptions. It'll take you to this website right here. We'll also leave this in the description below for you guys to check out. But from here, you would just basically add in all the stuff that you need, like, what problem are they solving, what you're looking for, and how they can get in contact with you. And you just paste all that here. You can even attach some files. Okay, so I just typed up something really quick and short. And from here, I'm just going to go ahead and click review job post. And then it's going to take me to this page right here where I can go ahead and add some more things. So let's say I want to hire more than one person for this job, right? So let's say I'm looking for 2 video editors. So I can go ahead and edit this and choose more than one person and click save. And then I can also add some screening questions so I can narrow down my candidates. And I can go ahead and ask them some questions on here, as well as, choose from the suggested. And then down here with the advanced preferences, I can also go ahead and change these things. And then from there, once I'm done, I'll go ahead and post this job. Now, another thing that I can also do is I can go ahead and go to talent right here and then click on discover. And then right here, it's basically going to give you some matches that will help you hire the right person for the type of job that you're looking for, right? So right here, it says talent skilled in video editing. So I'll just go ahead and click see more like this. And then from here, I can go ahead and click on filters and then filter out from, the earned amount, the job success, the hourly rate, as well as the category. And then from here, I can just go through, click on certain people, and then go ahead and either invite them to the job or just hire them straight off the bat. I don't recommend hiring them straight off the bat. I recommend inviting them to the job post to see if they're available and if they're interested. And if they are, then you can go ahead and ask them for a test edit or, test sample of whatever it is that they're going to be doing. And yeah, just follow along with all the steps that I went with you in this video. Now, when it comes to paying your independent contractors, contractors, there's a bunch of different methods that you can use. If you're gonna be using a platform like Fiverr or Upwork, you could just pay them directly from there. But what we recommend for long-term contractors is actually using a platform called Hubstaff, where you can track their time and you can pay them manually through platforms like PayPal, TransferWise, or Payoneer. You can also pay them per project depending on the deliverables. So let's say you're hiring a thumbnail editor. That's someone who you probably wouldn't want to pay hourly. You'd probably just want to pay them per project. So I know we went over a lot of things in this video so far, but here's some main things that you can take away. One is that you need to hire out people for your business. It's going to make you more money in the long run because it's going to allow you to free up your time that you can use to grow your business. Number two is that you need to build out SOPs so that your onboarding process is a lot faster. Now I know we didn't go into this too much in this video, but SOPs are pretty simple. All you have to do is just open up a Google Doc or a Notion page and then just write down all the things that the editor or whoever that you're hiring needs to know about the job. This way, if you're to repeat this process with hiring out more contractors in the future, you could just go ahead and send them that SOP page and they'll get caught up with everything that they need to know. The more specific you are with this SOP page, the better it is because they'll know exactly what you want and how you want the work to be done. Number three is that you need to constantly communicate with them. We recommend using a platform like Slack where you can invite them through their email. This way you can send them messages, files, and yeah, it's just a lot more organized than using a platform like Upwork. Make sure that you're spending at least a little bit of time every single day to communicate with your contractors on Slack, because without communication, your business's output is going to slow down drastically. One thing that I'll say after hiring many contractors in the past is that independent contractors are really hard workers, but they constantly need direction and feedback, which is why you need to constantly communicate with them. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that you need to know about hiring independent contractors for your online business. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Here in this channel, we make a lot of tutorials and how-to guides dedicated to helping new entrepreneurs start their own business. Thanks for watching, happy hiring, and I'll see you guys in the next video.